So what is human destiny? What is the destiny of the human race? What's my own personal destiny or my own purpose in my individual life? If you're anything like me, when you hear questions like that, or when you hear terms like destiny being tossed around, your mind is apt to be drawn to some vague and romantic notions of maybe like a cosmic force or fate written in the stars, soulmates, things like that. But actually, if you look back through history and you examine the philosophers and the religious leaders who have taken up the question of human destiny and have seriously grappled with the nature of humankind, what we should strive to be like, what we should try to become in this life and the next, what you find is that their answers are anything but vague or woolly-headed. They're very concrete, they're thoroughgoing, wide-ranging, and indeed they're not simply theoretical in the sense that they're not simply designed to scratch a kind of speculative itch on the part of a philosopher. They're designed to guide human conduct from the lowest levels of interpersonal relationships to the highest levels of political and social organization. So, as you can see, when you ask questions about human destiny, you're asking questions from the full range of philosophical disciplines. The great Enlightenment philosopher Immanuel Kant summed up the perennial problems of philosophy by asking, what can I know? What ought I to do? What may I hope for? And I think that if we ask our question about human destiny through these three more fundamental questions, it'll give us a much sharper focus in terms of what a good answer to the question might look like, and in terms of what our task in this class is going to be. So here's what I have in mind. We're asking the question, what is human destiny? What's the purpose of my life? And what I'm saying is that that can't be answered without going into more fundamental questions about what reality is like. What is the world like? Is it completely made of matter, or are there spiritual or soul-like things? Was it created? If so, for what purpose was it created? How does the world operate? What kind of laws govern it? And how do we human beings fit within the overall scheme of things? Is there a life after this life? If so, what does that mean for my life in the here and now? And if not, what does that mean for my life in the here and now? The answers to these questions have been given from philosophers since the ancient period, through the medieval era, the modern era, the postmodern era, and today. Our class is going to track this conversation concerning human destiny, the nature of human beings, what we should strive for or hope to become in this life and in the next. So our story begins, as all good stories do, in ancient Greece and Rome.